kickoff return man if he gets a crease.
The one he took back against Clemson last year, he fumbled as well.
Yeah,
Gets him
right.
started.
Right.
That's a pretty good return. We'll see what the freshman, Zion Turner, who was forced into action after Taquan Roberson went down in the first half.
Yeah, we saw Roberson chatting. It was a nice moment with Blake Anderson, the head coach of Utah State, and with Logan Bonner. He's on crutches. So it is Turner's game for the moment. And here's Nathan Carter. Man, there have been some gaping holes created by this offensive line, and Carter has exploited them. Injured player for Utah State.
Yeah, that's a Johnny Carter who just went down. He's one of the better corners in the Mountain West, but that's what Carter has kind of brought to this game. Punishing running style, and he's not easy to tackle. Good ball security at the end there by Carter, too, getting both hands on the ball after the fumble that we just watched the replay of. We'll see if Carter, the senior out of Houston, can get up.
Looks like shoulder collarbone area the way he went in on the hit. Still has his helmet on. They're going to help him off the field.
Here comes Carter wearing number 12. And yeah, that's that shoulder right into the side. Looks like he's swinging it around okay. Carter, an avid bass fisherman and a cowboy of sorts, loves to ride horses. North Shore High School Mustangs in Houston, a great program.
Nathan Carter already at a career high, over 150 yards now. And Carter exits. Didn't start a single game last year, but expected to be an impact player this year. 2nd down and 2. And this play goes nowhere. Byron Vaughns, MVP of the Mountain West Championship game on defense last year, comes up with a tackle for loss.
Been very disruptive. They try that quick end around to Aaron Turner, and Vaughns just does not buy it. Right up the field, making the play. And a little bit of a celebration.
Yeah, they've been spoon-feeding those run plays, but now they might have to run a pass play here on 3rd and 7. After the 4th tackle for loss for Utah State. Turner escapes. Turner gets by another would-be tackler and might have enough. Something out of nothing for the freshman Zion Turner.
He's kind of been stumbling when he takes off, but an inside route there. Chase Lunt badly beaten, and that forces Turner to the outside, and a little bit of a fake throw and some nifty feet. Way to stay on the field for the freshman. They needed that.
9 yards, enough for the first.
3rd down has been an adventure for the Huskies.
They have 4 conversions. Carter taken down to midfield. There's Vaughns again on the tackle.
Nathan Carter was limited in camp, but he seems to be running very well here as the game goes on. Really nice vision, getting right back up underneath MJ Tafisi, who's had a lot of tackles today. The Mike backer, but that time he out-leveraged him. Nice 7-yard gain to open up that series.
I mean, in one game today, he might get close to about a third of his production from all of last season.
First down is huge for them. They have to get yardage on first down to manage it for the quarterback.
Speaking of, a throw to the near side. Low contact along the sideline. Brian Bruton, the intended target. Byron Vaughns in coverage. He's been everywhere this series. A.J. Vompachon there as well.
They've been trying to exploit the backs out of the backfield, throwing the ball to him, making it a little easier for Turner, and trying to take advantage of how aggressive the linebackers and the edge players are for Utah State. Try to slip somebody out wide open. Good coverage that time by Vaughns.
3rd down and 3. UConn 4 for 9 on 3rd down today. Stood up behind the line of scrimmage. A.J. Vompachon along with Kaleo Neves. 4th down.
Vompachon is their runner and their hitter. He comes a little late on the play. Byron Vaughns is there. I understand the play call. You finally got a manageable third down. You try to run it and get it with your back. Nice job of bowing up by the Aggies defense, forcing a punt.
Problem was their number one back had checked out of the game, was on the sideline for it. So the Huskies will punt to begin the second half. And a fair catch at the 8-yard line for Cooper Jones. Utah State's defense struggled to begin the game, but they've come to life just as the offense has. 24-14 to the Aggies.
Oh, I'm so glad we did this. I'm so glad we did this. I'm so glad we did this.
Life is for living. Let's partner for all of it.
I'm so glad we did this.
Edward Jones.
Pizza Hut's got 2 mediums for just $6.99 each. That's less than $1 a slice.
Got 2 more slices.
So much pizza.
My pizza.
What?
Carry out 2 medium one-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Mike Tyson King of the world.
Embrace your villainy. Don't love me no more.
You better run.
When our daughter and her kids moved in with us, our Bargain detergent couldn't keep up.
Turns out it's mostly water.
So we switched back to Tide. One wash, stains are gone.
Don't pay for water. Pay for clean. It's gotta be Tide.
I am a business hotel. I eat, sleep, and breathe efficiency. I expect my bed sheets to be as crisp as my spreadsheets. I'm looking for someone who appreciates high ROIs and even higher RPMs. Must like hard work, punctuality, and a good firm handshake. If you're someone who likes earning rewards as much as earnings reports, I would be honored to be your perfect somewhere.
Only 2 things are forever: love and Liberty Mutual customizing your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. And if anyone objects to this marriage, Kevin, no, not today. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You really can't get much for $5 these days, unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it.
Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bag.
Thursday night on Fox, the Big Ten lights up prime time as the Nittany Lions take on the Boilermakers.
Are you kidding me? It's going down.
Penn State, Purdue. Coverage begins Thursday night at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Logan Bonner and the Utah State Aggies, who have scored 24 unanswered. Bonner now has thrown for just a bit under 200 yards on the day. Calvin Tyler Jr., their number one back, and Kyle Van Leeuwen, 3 catches for 54 yards.
A lot of talk about who's going to take over at the wide receiver position. Van Leeuwen's been good. Cobbs has made plays, and McGriff with a big touchdown catch and a whole second half to get this offense working again.
Tyler, who had 4 100-yard rushing games last year. This is a swing pass to Cobbs, and he is met right away. Tackled for a loss. Beg your pardon, it's Nini Davis on the reception, and Caleb Anthony with the tackle. They had that run-in earlier in the game, remember? Pointing fingers.
That's right. Caleb Anthony, great job getting to his legs and making sure he wasn't able to break the tackle. Nice start of the drive by UConn. See if they can keep them backed up here. Not easy.
And off to Tyler. And he'll get 3 or 4. Colin McCarthy with the tackle, and it's quickly 3rd down.
This would be huge for the Huskies to be able to get off the field, even though they haven't been in control of this game for some time. They are still close.
This is a pretty young defensive line for UConn, but they've held their own.
They've been pretty impressive defensively against a real buzzsaw today.
Bonner dropping back, looking to pass near sideline, and he fits it into a tight window to McGriff. McGriff was turned around somehow in front of the ball and made the catch.
This is how they take your heart. You got a 3rd and long situation you fought so hard for. Trey Wortham A little bit beat on the line of scrimmage. McGriff so big, safety late coming over. Nice throw.
29 yards and sets up Tyler to get a nice run on first down. Pickup of 8.
And now you see the ball start to roll downhill. That's the real trigger for this Aggies offense is chunk plays, and they just build on that.
They want to work quickly, but we have a whistle here on a false start.
False start, number 72, offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
That's one way to kill momentum from the honorable mention, all-conference left tackle Alfred Edwards. He's been a starter at Utah State for 3+ years.
Looks like some of the Aggies were complaining about the UConn defense giving dummy signals as to why they jumped off sides, but usually it takes a couple times for the refs to pick that up.
Play clock down to 5. Tyler wrapped up. And it'll be another third down at the 45-yard line. Jackson Mitchell again on the tackle.
He's been productive throughout this game, really coming through in the first half for his team.
Bonner on 3rd and 4. He had McGriff across the middle. Perhaps he overthrew him, but yeah, Jackson Mitchell there, draped all over him as well. And it's 4th down.
Hard to miss that guy. And he stretched his body right across the middle, but that ball just a little bit outside his range. It looked as if Bonner wanted him to come a little further across.
The Aggies are going to punt here. Look at this UConn defense. It's holding their own. So go all the way out of the back of the end zone. The game would have been a decent punt. So, the Huskies still within arm's reach, down by 10 on the road.
I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathed the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Pittsburgh, Parkersburg, Gravelburg, Colorado, Ellen City, Cedar City, Dodge City, what a pity. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
At Booking.com, finding perfect isn't all that difficult. Beachfront property, no problem. Kitchen, how are you guys? Got it. And EV charging. Find your perfect place to stay. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want, with all the entertainment you love, for the price that cable can't beat. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Here we go!
Lego Masters premieres September 21st on Fox.
All we really want is a whole lot of money.
It's $1 Million Music Mondays.
Are you guys ready to make some money?
Let's do it. Don't forget the lyrics and beat Shazam show you the money. And if you want to test your music knowledge,
You came up here with a hot cup of nothing.
you can watch anytime.
That money make me.
$1 Million Music Mondays, all new Mondays on Fox, and watch anytime on Fox Now or Hulu.
You ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see?
Oh, Max, you broke it. No, don't do that. Bad boy.
Find out what we're made of. When we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there.
Jim Mora at the helm. This UConn Huskies team, and boy, what a tough sight for his starting quarterback to go down in the first quarter of their season opener. Chad on the sideline with Taquan Roberson, the Penn State transfer. Appeared in just 5 games over his career coming in. But he has been a really strong leader. All the coaches tell us with his Huskies team. Now in the hands of Zion Turner as he throws incomplete here on first down.
Good decisive move.
Yeah.
Trying to get it to Dixon, but knocked down at the line of scrimmage, it looked like. Turner only 5'11", and it doesn't look like he has that high of a release point. So on short dropbacks, he's going to be susceptible to that type of thing.
It's been mostly Turner. Cale Millen saw a couple of snaps after Roberson was injured on the second play of the second drive for UConn today. A pass here and connect with Kevin Clercius. And the Montreal native rumbles to about the 34-yard line. 13-yard pickup, first down for the Huskies.
Good looking kind of outside screen action from Coach Charlton, the OC. And well done by Clercius to read his blockers and find a little crease there to get the first down. They've got to string a lot more of that together to get this freshman's confidence going and to get back into this game. It looks like we have Christian Haynes down out of Bowie, Maryland, a right guard.
Who Nick Charlton told us was their best offensive lineman. So he'll sub out.
He is their guy, and they've played pretty well on the offensive line. When they've been able to run the ball, they've gotten a really good push, but you're not up against an offense that is very merciful when it comes to keeping pace.
And off to Bruton as he cuts to his left. Bruton made another move and gets to about the 40-yard line. Setting up a second and short.
Just 5'7", but man, he gets every inch of himself going when he runs the ball. Just all his limbs, his whole body. There's a lot of suddenness in the way he goes upfield, and that's a nice run on first down. Looks a little bit like UConn did in the first quarter.
Carter back in the game for the Huskies. And a little direction here. Dejon Harrison has the first down and gets knocked out hard by Gervon Hall, who's had a couple of run-ins there. Nearly ran over that lineman who was prone on the sideline.
Zion Turner thought he was probably going to watch this game from the sideline. Now he's on a reverse. Look at that block by the young quarterback. A great job cleaning up, getting Von Pachon down.
That's where they were treating Christian Haynes, the lineman. He nearly just got run over. Yeesh. But you're right, that's a heck of a block for the freshman. First down for the Huskies. Turner looking, throwing, caught at the 40 of Utah State. Aaron Turner wanted to move upfield. He had turned the corner, lost his footing. A gain of 20, a first down as Turner gets knocked down after releasing the ball.
Yeah, Turner with a little bit of a limp, but he's moving back to the line of scrimmage. Nice throw. Looks like he's comfortable throwing the ball on the move. Von Pachon with the hit, and it looked like he kind of got crumpled up. Able to recover. They're really spreading it around here. We've seen Harrison carry the ball here.
Last year, the Huskies only had a 24% passing success rate. Much better this year, and a huge hit by MJ Tafisi, blowing up the run play.
Tafisi, the Washington transfer. Mike Backer, Utah native from Jordan, Utah, out to high school Hawk. Makes one of the most physical plays of the day. Popped his head like a rock'em sock'em robot right there in the hole.
One of 4 impact transfers on defense for Utah State. No gain, second down. Turner. It's probably for the best, but that didn't line up in the hands of Clarcius, and it is ruled an incomplete pass. Third down.
Trying to get the ball out of the young quarterback's hand, help him make decisions. It's worked out about half the time. But overall, I think if you're Jim Mora and you look at Zion Turner, you feel pretty good. He came out and immediately started competing and did not implode even after his first pass was an interception. And here he is moving them along again, but another third and long has been hard for them, Alex.
Turner throws across his body, deflected, incomplete. And Utah State's defense will force a punt. Ike Larson in on the play for the Aggies.
And I tell you, Nick Charlton and Jim Mora must have been holding their breath when Larson had a shot at that ball. Turner over there trying to direct traffic, throwing that back across his body. Dangerous area for a young quarterback to be throwing it. But Utah State able to at least punt it and try to pin the Aggies back like they did on the last possession.
And after those 14 early points, this is now the 6th straight punt for UConn. Play clock all the way down, and they'll call the delay of game.
Big game, number 13, offense. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Huskies looking for a little room there. See if the Aggies will give it to him.
Mike Anderson was signaling he wanted to decline the penalty. So the Huskies punt here. Let's see if they can pin him. They will. He held it for long enough. That's wow.
Punting drama.
How close can you get? The down to punt at the half-yard line.
Some of the busiest rhymes ever made by man are going into this mic written by this hand.
So, you're at the age now where you may start feeling certain urges to buy things at full price.
You read my diary?
But honey, you should really think about practicing safe spending with Amazon. You get low prices on everyday essentials, plus free shipping on millions of items. Do you have any questions?
What is bang for your buck?
Learn all the ways to save with Amazon.
Buying a home? Then you've got a lot on your mind. Now, rising rates? Phew, it's a lot. But with Rocket, you have an advantage. You can lock your rate for 90 days while you search for a home. If rates rise, yours is safe. But if they fall within 3 years of buying, you can refinance to a new, lower rate with exclusive savings. We'll help you lock it and drop it so you can buy today. That's the Rocket Advantage. Lock your rate today. Call 8336-ROCKET or visit therocketadvantage.com.
Add Downy to your wash for all the freshness and softness of home, even when you're not at home. Feel the difference with Downy.
I got a big old bowl for $5. I got a big old bowl for $5. It's got mac and cheese and chicken and cheese. I got a big old bowl for $5. Woo!
KFC's $5 mac and cheese bowls back for a limited time in classic or spicy. That's finger-licking good.
What do you mean the connecting rooms were not confirmed?
Exactly, not confirmed.
We need to be able to see our kids.
Oh, you'll be able to see them.
When you want your kids in a room that's actually connecting, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
So we need Dad's work. Meet daughter's playtime. Thankfully, MetaPortal auto pans and zooms to keep you in frame and the meeting on track. MetaPortal, the smart video calling device that makes work from home work for you.
The NFL
is back on Fox. First, the Niners take on the Bears. Then, Aaron Rodgers leads the pack.
Touchdown!
Against Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. The NFL is back September 11th on Fox.
That close. Little shred of green. And that's the difference between a touchback and starting with your quarterback halfway into your own end zone.
In the shotgun. That's modern football.
Never in your day.
Not there. Or on the other goal line.
Tyler able to escape his own end zone. Dragged down by his right foot. Who else? Jackson Mitchell, who's approaching a career high in tackles, already in the double digits.
Well, we said his thing was production tackling, and that's come to fruition for sure. Little more room for the Aggies now.
Gain of 2. Here's Tyler again. And Tyler pushes the pile all the way to the 8-yard line, setting up a third manageable. Utah State, a program that 2 years ago had just one victory. And so that's why a game like this feels uncomfortable. Because last year they were able to run roughshod over their opposition on many a night, even after early deficits. Tyler has enough.
You've seen Tyler carrying the ball more and more, 3-4 times in a row in this game, and that was not available last year for the Oregon State transfer. Tough to play in the altitude, and they say this year he's really got it going.
Starting to say there, he's over 100 yards now for the afternoon. Gets another call here as a flag comes in. Tyler had a career-high 26 carries for 120 yards and a touchdown in the bowl win over his former team, Oregon State, last year.
Holding, number 69, offense. Penalties half the distance to the goal. Replay first down.
Felipe Alo, the junior center.
He could play both guard positions and center. As a swingman, he's created a lot of depth for this Aggie team. They get him with the hold there, but still first down.
New back into the game, it's Makakona, who had the early mishap, the fumble. Was punched away by Jackson, actually ripped away by Jackson Mitchell early in the game.
Maybe the best defensive play of the game thus far individually by Jackson Mitchell. Makakona able to get his hands back on the ball again. After a fumble in the first game of the year, usually it takes about a quarter and a half for them to give it to you again.
You mentioned the altitude. This drive, the way that Utah State's approached it, as Makakona gets the call again, spins away for the first wave and is brought down at the 15-yard line. Strikes me as one of those where you are playing at altitude and you're trying to keep the defense on the field, wear them down, and then go for the big play.
That's been the case. We've seen it a couple of run plays. There appears to be a lull, and then Bonner drops back, and that ball's out immediately, whether it's to Van Leeuwen or McGriff or somebody else. Here's that moment, and they're all spread out ready for it.
Makakona in the backfield on third down. He'll block for Bonner, who throws, and it's batted away. Justin McGriff, the intended target, and Ian Swenson, who remember took that hard shot to his shoulder, collarbone area earlier in the first half, in on the coverage.
They brought a bunch of guys. Swenson there to make the hit. Wortham over the top. Looked like a good enough window for McGriff to make that play, but the timing wasn't there, and UConn forces another punt. They're hanging around here in the third quarter.
Line drive punt. And will hop and skip well into Husky territory. Again, this Huskies team, you said it, Petros. They're hanging. Trey Wortham doing his part. Husky ball next.
Out of nowhere, this fool with a bazooka straight up nukes the whip, hails a jet, then straight up bounds it.
These two weirdos touch each other. Ow, ow! She struts her stuff and strips down. I was like, bam!
I seen these little aliens out here running them up like a bunch of Gila monsters with their heads cut clean off.
Straight off the roof, all flying squirrel. Now that's one hell of a takedown.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing.
Rated M for mature.
New Astapro Allergy, now available without a prescription. Astapro is the first and only 24-hour steroid-free spray. While other allergy sprays take hours, Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. So you can Astapro and go.
At Booking.com, finding perfect isn't all that difficult. Beachfront property, no problem. Kitchen, how are you guys? Got it. And EV charging. Find your perfect place to stay. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
We've been friends for so long, and I guess what I'm trying to say is I love... You didn't use Credible.com for your personal loan, and now you're getting nonstop spam calls.
Yeah.
It's either credible or it's not.
Credible.com. Baby, you're perfect 10. I wanna get in. Can I get down so I can hit? I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. I like the way you work it.
This is MasterChef Back to Win.
The most talented home cooks return.
No mistakes can be made.
Which all-star will step up to finally be named MasterChef?
That is finale worthy.
MasterChef Back to Win. All new Wednesdays on Fox. And watch anytime on Fox Now or Hulu.
Most watched regular season window in all of college football is Big Noon Saturday, and it is back on September 10th. It doesn't get bigger. The number one Alabama versus Texas. Start every Saturday with Big Noon kickoff. And then the day's best matchup. It all starts September 10th. All season long here on Fox. So if you like to tell a big story, weave it all together, right? Utah State will face Alabama next week. Alabama on to Texas, right? All ties together. And this Utah State defense has certainly improved as the day has gone along. Patrick Joyner Jr., the Miami transfer, coming up with a tackle for loss here. Utah State has forced 7 straight punts from UConn.
You think they'll do that to Bama? And Bryce Young versus Bonner?
I'm not going to go that far. Don't see that.
They've certainly taken control of the game with their defense. UConn's been unable to build upon their success in the first quarter. And maybe part of that is the quarterback situation.
Now 7 tackles for loss for Utah State, but there goes Carter. It's been a hard man to wrap up. Another big run for Carter, who has destroyed a career high today and has a first down for UConn.
He's been a big bright spot. The sophomore out of Rochester, New York. I like the way he's finished his runs, kept his legs going. The costly fumble in the first half, no doubt about that, but he's continued to carry the mail for the Huskies, and he's had that cross hanging out the whole time. I keep worrying somebody's going to rip it off, take his chain.
Carter up to 175 yards in the afternoon. First down at the Utah State, or at the UConn 42. That's awfully close.
Awfully close, but he threw it away forward.
Did.
Dangerous, but effective and awkward. This play blew up from the start. They're just not getting the edge protection. Greshik is in the backfield. Makes it very hard for Turner to work after these play fakes. The second he looks up, there's pressure on him.
A.J. Carter back into the game after taking a stunner earlier. Second down and 10. And a sidearm delivery is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Byron Vaughn's got a hand in there.
Second time we've seen that this quarter.
Different arm slot from Turner.
Different arm slot, and he's not that tall anyway, so, that's coming at like 5'7". Byron Vaughn, 6'4", 225. Math.
Sometimes not my strong suit. They're on third down. Carter slips through a tackle. He's been impossible to drag down today. Hunter Reynolds finally got to him.
Well, they're taking advantage of these edge rushers. Greshik is flying up the field, and that leaves a big hole for Carter to exploit, and Vongpachon can't get over there in time and make the play, and UConn with a conversion.
That's the 7th run of 10 or more yards for Nathan Carter today, the sophomore from Rochester, New York. Having a career outing, nearing 200 yards. And from his back foot, they're going to find Bruton. Zion Turner, that's a dangerous throw off his back foot. Flag comes in late. Kaleo Neves with the tackle as we enter the final minute of the third quarter.
Nick Charlton with some really complex screen calls in this game. That was a double screen.
Personal foul, face mask, number 23, defense. Grabbing the helmet opening. It's a 15-yard penalty. First down.
Well, Bruton had a good chance to catch this and get up underneath some of the blocking. He doesn't because Neves is there, but Neves unable to make the tackle without the penalty. You see Noel Ofori-Niadu out there, and he just couldn't make the block, but it doesn't matter either way because of the penalty.
That's a costly penalty.
I didn't see him really grab much of the opening there.
Yeah. First down for the Huskies. And they'll keep it on the ground again. Meeting resistance this time from Motuapuaka. Ole Motuapuaka is a senior from Hawaii. Singled out as the father figure of the defensive tackles.
And a 3-time World Fire Knife Competition champion.
Have you ever competed in that, Petros? That strikes me as something you would do.
Fire knife?
Yeah, what you have, like, why not? Well, hey, we got ourselves a ball game. We'll leave that chit chat for later. Scoreless third quarter. It's a 10-point game as we head to the fourth. The Huskies hanging on, driving downfield here as we start the fourth.
We've got a huge game here. A matchup between two heavyweight fighters. Let's go! Can you feel it? Exceptional stuff. Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Texas! Oh my goodness! Instant classic.
This just in. A giant robot has landed downtown.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, guys. This is just my workout stuff.
We know you're the Green Hawk.
Everyone knows.
What? That's bananas.
You're still wearing your mask, dude.
If you have a secret identity, you need to keep it secret. And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
I'm not the Green Hawk.
Delivery for the Green Hawk?
See how much you could save by bundling with Geico.
I will bring it to him.
Ooh, looks like the new guy picked up lunch. New DQ Signature Stack Burgers menu. That's nice. 5 premium burgers that are anything but boring, so you can make an impression.
Lunch is on me.
Like a really good impression? DQ, happy tastes good.
The fully electric Audi e-tron family is here. With models that fit any lifestyle. And innovative ways to make your e-tron your own. Through elegant design and progressive technology, all the exhilaration, none of the compromise. The Audi e-tron family. Progress that moves you.
Dad, we got this.
We got this.
Let me check out town, babe.
We got this. We got this.
Life is for living.
We got this.
Let's partner for all of it. Edward Jones.
When you prefer dream vacation over a rental nightmare.
Gesundheit.
It matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
At Utah State University, we defy the expectations of a typical college experience. Here, you'll find a community, but no commute. And an education instead of a lecture. Located in a top 15 college town, it's easy to find your place. This is more than just a school. We're Aggies. Join us at Utah State University.
Great shot of the Wasatch Front on a warm summer's afternoon, late August in Logan, Utah. 24 unanswered for Utah State after they fell behind 14-0 to a UConn team that went 1-11 in 2021, the defending champions of the Mountain West Conference. They've had an uncomfortable outing this afternoon. And UConn not done yet, driving into Utah State territory. Here's a catch for Kevin Clarcius. As the ball is knocked out late, he'll pick up about 3 yards and set up a 3rd and long.
Not giving up any points here in the third quarter. That's what's kept UConn relevant here as we begin the fourth. And after that penalty, a great opportunity for them. Johnny Carter back in the game, the bass fishing cornerback. Awkward tackle.
He seems meaner.
What? Yeah.
Guy with the knives. Third down and 7. Exactly. 3rd down and 7.
A lot of diverse hobbies, Utah State team.
Pitch out of the backfield. That's interesting. On 3rd down, going to Devontae Houston. And it doesn't work. Winds up with UConn faced in a 4th down situation. And a long field goal attempt here. Noe Rulis, who is essentially the backup place kicker for UConn. Joe McFadden, who's pretty decent for them, out with the torn ACL. And so the sophomore from West Hartford, Connecticut, will attempt a 46-yard field goal. This guy was a record holder in high school in Connecticut for distance. And he knocks this one through from 46 to make it a 1-score game.
Big moment for UConn fighting back in this game.
Huskies drive downfield and come away with points.
With low prices and great deals, back to school's easy. That's totally Target.
Well, this resume is getting seen, just not by who you want. You need a better plan.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. An Indeed resume gets you seen by the right people. All without having to do one dance move.
Attention foodies. With this fusion of prime rib steak, melted provolone, and other magical melty stuff, Arby's is now officially a fusion restaurant. Chef Smooch, Arby's, we have the meats.
Want your clothes to smell freshly washed all day without heavy perfumes? Try Downy Light In-Wash Freshness Boosters. It has long-lasting light scent, no heavy perfumes, and no dyes. Finally, a light scent that lasts all day. Downy Light.
Poison ivy.
Dad, which one's your favorite?
I'm gonna go with Josh.
Yes. I'm sorry, what? I was talking about the types of chicken.
Come on, you know I love all my chickens. He is a really sweet kid, though.
Did you just fist bump?
Are you sweating? Didn't you use Old Spice dry spray?
Of course I did.
Don't lie to me! Old Spice has long-lasting sweat protection.
Okay, I lied.
Thursday night on Fox, the Big Ten lights up prime time.
as the Nittany Lions take on the Boilermakers.
Are you kidding me?
It's going down! Penn State, Purdue. Coverage begins Thursday night at 7 Eastern on Fox.
24-17, Utah State. A team receiving votes in the AP poll. Given some trouble here by the FBS Independent, the UConn Huskies.
Well, look at that ring in his nose bouncing around.
Yeah, he fell over. He tumbled around. And the students, they were all rushing the field. I guess they were able to bring the students on earlier. It's a hard fall. I'm surprised the nose ring stayed in. And this will be a touchback. I mean, you can't say too many bad things about the Utah State offense. 404 total yards of offense. Logan Bonner's been fine, 15 of 22 for 218. And a couple of touchdowns.
And when they watch the tape, they're going to see a lot of missed opportunities, I'm sure. They're going to say they should have played a lot better. The fourth quarter, though, will end up telling the tale on how they feel about themselves when this one's over and they head out to Tuscaloosa.
And it may very well just be the 30-point mark. That was the magic number last year. They were 7-0 when scoring 30 or more points. The top offenses in the Mountain West last season. Tyler weaving his way through the traffic. Gets about 3 yards on first down before meeting resistance. Chris Sheeran, Missouri transfer on the tackle. And Brandon Boyer-Randall's been a physical presence for UConn today. 2nd down and 7. Terrell Vaughn in motion. Handed off to Tyler again. And he gets about 2. Are you surprised at all with the pace that Utah State's going at?
They've really wanted to run the ball on 1st or 2nd down and kind of try to grind it out. I think they think they're going to gash him on one of these plays, but UConn's been pretty stout. They have a bit of a scrum going on there. No flags, though, I don't see. Looks like Dalmont Gordine is upset there. But UConn keeps creating these 3rd down situations that Logan Bonner's got to figure out.
3rd and 5. From the 30, Bonner dropping back and delivers a dime to Calvin Tyler. Ball comes out! Huskies were on top of it at first, still available. Who's got it? It pops free, and UConn has it! Chris Sheeran finally winds up on top of the football after a mad scramble.
What a play.
UConn ball.
First, Logan Bonner doing a great job getting the ball out to his back and baiting Eric Watts into kind of no man's land, but a flying tackle by Trey Wortham. Really forcing that ball out, put his helmet right on the ball, and then, Alex, it's chaos in the Wasatch.
Wow, what a turn of events.
It's tough down there when you're holding the ball. Everybody tries to grab every other part of you, so you let go of the ball.
2nd time that Utah State has lost a fumble. It was Makakona in the.
And what can UConn do offensively with the freshman quarterback Zion Turner to find a way to get some points on the board? Relatively short field here.
Turner's only completed 9 passes today. Nathan Carter's been the star, 184 yards, and he lines up in the backfield here. Turner drops back to pass, throws, sideline, and reeled in. What a catch by Kevin Clarcius, 9 yards.
Clarcius, who seemed to change his number middle of the game. Doing a great job falling down and getting back up and tracking that ball.
Just 20 catches all of last season for Clarcius. And here's Carter. So elusive. He has a 1st down for the Huskies.
I've been impressed with Carter throughout this game. He's kept coming. This is high out. Altitude, I know we've been harping on that, but it's very true. If you've ever walked up the stairs in high altitude, you know. And he is coming hard, 190 yards already, and he's still punishing that D in the fourth quarter.
Turner gets rid of it, pays the price, and it's incomplete. Jacob Flynn, the intended target.
And you can tell that Coach Moore and his OC, Nick Charlton, are really trying to avoid those deep dropbacks where Turner has the ball in his hands and he's having to go through progression. Bit of an adventure with the young quarterback, but they have to like the way they keep competing.
They know he has the raw arm strength. That's big picture what they have with Turner. But in the moment, a true freshman trying to navigate this difficult environment. Vaughns brings him down, and it's third down at about 9.
Showing a little bit of a zone read look to try to confuse the Aggies. Haven't seen much of that at all in this game. And here's another 3rd and long. What will UConn do? So many sophisticated screens they've called already. Some successful, some not.
Huskies 5 for 13 on 3rd down. And a long one here with Turner looking, throwing out of play. Nearly picked off by Vaughns. Ike Larson chasing down the quarterback. And the Huskies, let's see what they set up here.
They brought the extra guy. You know, they brought Ike Larson, and he really screwed up the timing for Turner on that play. And yeah, he's off the field, Alex. That's that. They're going to kick it. Plenty of time, 7-point game.
Go for a field goal here.
All right.
This is going to be a long one, 54 yards. Rulis hit a 56-yarder in high school. He's already hit from 46 today, and in the altitude, he's going to drill this from 54.
Might have been good from 64. Wow.
And it's just a 4-point game with just over 10 minutes to go. Huskies are doing more than just hanging around. They are clawing back into this game.
Fox Nation's hit series Who Is returns with an all-new episode featuring Joe Rogan. From a struggling comic.
Nobody knew Rogan except other comics.
To global sensation.
He challenges mainstream opinion.
He makes the arguments.
He was having some interesting people talking about vaccines.
Everyone's afraid to make.
It makes him more powerful than he could have ever imagined. You're either going to love him or you hate him. But you're going to know who he is.
Who is Joe Rogan? Streaming now on Fox Nation.
We are the first family of country music. If there's a hell, I booked my ticket years ago. Just watch.
Monarch series premiere September 11th on Fox.
Nobody's ever made breakfast as good as Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
I've never had French toast this good. Not in my life.
Better than mine?
Mom, come on. You know, these and yours it's...
Answer the question, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. Answer the question.
Get out of here, Willie.
If you want a little something sweet in the morning, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
And Doug.
All right, Limo, give me a socket wrench, some pliers, and a phone open at libertymutual.com. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. And you can even save $652 when you switch. Okay, I need a crowbar and a blowtorch. Limo, call a mechanic.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Mike Tyson, king of the world.
Embrace your villainy. Don't love me no more.
You better run. Peace of mind. Such a big, beautiful idea. And for us at Booking.com, this means free cancellation on most bookings. It's a bit functional, but we'd gladly be functional so you can be free. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Well, after Randy Edsall resigned early last season, what was going to happen to this independent UConn football program? Athletic director David Benedict was put in touch with Jim Mora, try to create what they are terming a Husky revolution. They have certainly impressed in this opener, trailing 24-20. The Utah State offense has been pretty much held at bay by this UConn defense. Second half, Petros, 88 yards allowed. Just 2 first downs, 0 points for the Aggies.
And kicking that long field goal right there, Alex, that tells me that Jim Mora trusts this defense. They've been playing great this second half. They've made some really good adjustments, and they're out there frustrating one of the best offenses in the country with one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the country.
So the Aggies looking for something here. Near side, a catch made by Brian Cobbs. Escaped the first tackle, but not the second. Cobbs, however, able to move the chains after a gain of 11.
Now, after that first down momentum, this is where the Aggies can hurt you. Building upon that momentum, UConn's been able to stem the tide more often than not.
Robert Briggs brought down the physical tackle by Malik Dixon. Or check that, Brandon Boyer Randall on the tackle. A little tempo here for the first time in a while. Briggs again. And he somersaults his way all the way up to midfield. Gain of 7.
Looked like he got the best of Malik Dixon there on that collision, and Dixon is down. Briggs has really been one of the most successful offensive players for the Aggies in this game. Physical running, not a big guy, just 5'6", 175-pound freshman. And his debut with the Aggies has been exciting. There you see him standing next to John Gentry, who is out with a hamstring, the junior, a more experienced player, helping out the young guy with water and a towel.
Dixon back to his feet. Looked like he took a foot to the helmet or something along those lines. First down for Utah State at midfield. 9.5 to go, and just a 4-point lead. Still on his feet, Briggs finally hauled down after a pickup of about a dozen. Flags come in late.
This guy runs very physically, a lot more than what he weighs.
Yeah. He's listed at 5'6", 175.
Fabulous leg drive there. Ran right through Sheeran.
Freshman, about 3rd on the depth chart. Let's check the penalty here.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 56 offense. That's a 15-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 after a 15-yard penalty. First down.
Cole Moats. There he is, 56. You see him hunting around the pile, and that will get you, he hits Sheeran, that will get you a penalty every time. And that's a mistake that could really cost the Aggies depending on what happens here.
12-yard gain, negated by a 15-yard penalty. Sideline, tiptoeing the line was Cobbs. Makes the catch at the 45. Gain of 8.
You see how fast Bonner wants to play, frustrated with the officials.
This one, he's going to be ruled down. Robert Briggs awfully close to the third fumble of the game for Utah State.
Freshman mistake to reach that ball, Alex, especially not near the goal line or in a short yardage situation. I mean, the knees weren't down, but it looks like the ground and the elbow went down when the ball came out. That was a lot closer than I believe it looked originally.
It's enough for a first down. There's the ball on the sideline. Justin McGriff was about 2 yards out of the UConn sideline.
Yeah, a lot of guys working on the white today.
Yeah, exactly, mingling with the bench there.
Well, that happens a lot with Utah State because their splits with their receivers are so incredibly wide, and that's part of the offense that they run.
4 first downs on this drive for Utah State. These linemen starting to breathe heavily now. You mentioned it, when you're at altitude, you don't feel like you're short of air. Just everything burns.
Dalmont Gordine right there, huffing and puffing, but UConn's defense has come up throughout this second half.
Play action. Bonner brought down. Who else but Jackson Mitchell? His first sack of the ball game. And he's right at a career high in tackles. It has been a terrific afternoon for the junior from Ridgefield, Connecticut.
Bonner's pretty nifty with his feet, but Mitchell just such a good tackler and so long. Able to get him down there and create a 3rd and long situation. Huskies got to find a way to get off the field here.
Bonner on 3rd and long. Takes a shot. And it's broken up. Flag on the play.
Caleb Anthony kind of awkward there. That was a different kind of ball that was thrown to where everybody had to adjust to it.
Pass interference, number 5, defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Results in first down.
Anthony thought he was pushed off on. Let's take a look here. Bonner tested him deep. It's Anthony versus Van Leeuwen. He gets his head around. I just don't see it there. If he had his head facing Van Leeuwen, the old face guarding call, which doesn't even exist anymore, that draws the flag a lot. But his head was around, and I didn't see a lot of contact.
So on 3rd and 12, they're bailed out with a PI call. As Tyler looks to turn the corner. Picks up 3 on first down. Ian Swenson on the stop. Chris Sheeran had a hand in as well. Second out.
I mean, we've seen setback after setback that these Huskies have faced, and they've been able to overcome it. You know, not giving up points in this second half has been one heck of a feat thus far. But
honestly,
could be changing soon here.
It's been impressive to watch. Trying to dump it off short. Short. Parker Buchanan, and it reaches shoelaces. Incompletes. 3rd and 6.
They've just done a great job of disrupting Bonner and keeping him somewhat out of rhythm. Nice pressure that time from Bembry. There you see Mitchell, who's just been a superstar. Another 3rd down.
And Logan Bonner summoned something here after setting 5 single-season school records in passing last year. Shovel it to Tyler. And Tyler has the first down. Calvin Tyler Jr., the transfer from Oregon State, picks up a dozen. And a massive play to keep the drive going for Utah State.
They spread you out so far. 3 wide receivers already all the way to the sideline on one side, 1 to the other, and you hit them up the middle with a shovel pass. Nice play call by Blake Anderson's offense.
Spreading them out again on first down with Tyler in the backfield.
I mean, look how wide that is. Look.
Approaching 6.5 to go. First down for the Aggies. Tyler right up the gut for a couple. Does UConn's defense have one more stop in them? They've held the Aggies scoreless this half.
That PI penalty was a real killer and questionable.
Play action. Bonner looking, throwing, end zone. Caught for the touchdown.
You can't keep giving opportunities to a guy like Logan Bonner. They run a really complex, beautiful two-man game there with Van Leeuwen. Cobbs comes open right in the corner. Perfectly delivered ball. And Utah State finally getting on the board here in the second half. 6 minutes left in the game. It took them that
long. First of the season for Cobbs, who had just 2 all of last year. Making an impact late. 11 yards for the score, 13 plays, 75-yard drive. That crucially ate up a little over 4 minutes of the clock. And with 6 minutes to go, it's once again a 2-possession game with the Aggies up by double digits.
I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been in this here land. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Pittsburgh, Parkersburg, Gravelburg, Colorado, Ellen City, Cedar City, Dodge City, what a pity. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
Go. When you're traveling with 3 kids and pretty much everything they own, Hilton for the stay.
I got a big old bowl for $5. I got a big old bowl for $5. It's got mac and cheese and chicken and cheese. I got a big old bowl for $5. Woo!
KFC's $5 mac and cheese bowls back for a limited time in classic or spicy. That's finger-licking good.
Labor Day weekend. Andy the Destroyer Ruiz Jr. battles Luis King Kong Ortiz in a highly anticipated heavyweight brawl. Sunday, September 4th, live on pay-per-view. Buy now on the Fox Sports app and watch on any screen you want.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Try free at FuboTV.com.
This is MasterChef Back to Win. The most talented home cooks return.
No mistakes can be made.
Which all-star will step up to finally be named MasterChef?
That is finale-worthy.
MasterChef Back to Win. All new Wednesdays on Fox. And watch anytime on Fox Now or Hulu.
All the reader won't need a whole lot of money.
It's $1 Million Music Mondays.
Are you guys ready to make some money?
Let's do it. Don't forget the lyrics and Beat Shazam show you the money. And if you want to test your music knowledge,
You came up here with a hot cup of nothing.
you can watch anytime. $1 Million Music Mondays, all new Mondays on Fox, and watch anytime on Fox Now or Hulu.
Back in Logan, 31-20, Utah State's. Key play on that last drive for the Aggies, the pass interference call. It was 3rd and 12 at the 43-yard line. Just on the fringes, likely outside of field goal range. Probably would have punted. Instead, it's back to a 2-possession lead for Utah State. Let's see what the Huskies can do here. Houston. Nice blocking for Houston. And a terrific return, setting up a short field for the Huskies. 30 yards on the return.
You feel kind of like this is what they're going to need to get all the way back in this game. A return, maybe some kind of turnover, a trick play. You just wonder if the UConn offense has enough firepower to score the touchdown necessary, or the 2 touchdowns necessary. But you could do some math there, 2 points, 3 points. They're running out of time with the way their offense has been. There's no doubt about that. Maybe a return, some kind of turnover can change things. The young quarterback, though valiant, has struggled a bit.
Turner just 9 of 25 this afternoon, but he fits one into a tight window there. Clarcius with a catch, and he pays the price. Hard hit by Mike Anyanwu. First down for the Huskies. And that'll work quickly. This one. And that'll work quickly. This one is batted down before it can reach Flynn. Anyanwu, that time, got the better of it.
Let's see if Turner just stares him down. He doesn't. He looks downfield first and then comes out to the edge for his receiver. Just really well defended by Anyanwu, senior out of Covina, California.
Clock stops with 5:42 to go. Second down. There's a completion. Across the middle.
The ball getting it out faster. They're going to need that sense of urgency throughout the game.
Looks like he's been learning on the fly in this game. Low snap. Turner slings it sidearm and again has Turner. This time for a first down.
Turner's got to find a way to stay up and catch that ball and keep running. The last one was a little. Stay up and catch that ball and keep running. The last one was a little bit off, but that one, to keep your feet under you.
Under 5 minutes to go. First down for the Huskies. Turner airs it out, incomplete. Intended for Clarcius. Anyanwu on coverage.
Double coverage, plenty of help from the safety there. Lucky for Turner, that ball was a little too far for anybody to catch. Taking him home.
Turner to his right, picked off. Ike Larson. Is that the dagger?
Redshirt freshman out of Smithfield, Utah. Larson read that the whole way. They called a sprint right option. And that's where the ball's supposed to go. Larson just read it beautifully and made a heck of an athletic play.
First career INT for the redshirt freshman. Does that seal the deal for Utah State?
You search for a home. If rates rise, yours is safe. But if they fall within 3 years of buying, you can refinance to a new, lower rate with exclusive savings. We'll help you lock it and drop it so you can buy today. That's the Rocket Advantage. Lock your rate today. Call 8336-ROCKET or visit therocketadvantage.com.
New Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda.
Classic Cola.
Wow, that's some loud flavor.
What? Finding perfect isn't all that difficult. Beachfront property, no problem. Kitchen, how are you guys? Got it. And EV charging. Find your perfect place to stay. Booking.com. Yeah.
With 12 institutions nestled in the nation's most desirable destinations, you'll see us enjoying life at the peak of celebration. As you witness us not only win, but win the right way, you'll find us competing at the peak of integrity. As our more than 5,000 student athletes take the field of play with unequaled passion, you'll find us performing at the peak of competition. The Mountain West is at the peak.
Aaron Rodgers leads the pack.
Touchdown!
Against Kirk Cousins and the Vikings.
Wow!
The NFL is back. September 11th on Fox.
Here's Ike Larson picking off the young freshman. He recognizes this sprint play right away and just sells out and makes an incredible athletic play on the ball. I don't know where else you throw that ball. That's where they called it. Just a transcendental play by Ike Larson.
Results in the third takeaway of the game for Utah State. I mean, college football is probably the only sport where style points matter in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, in the standings at the end of the season, Mountain West at home, but in the rankings for sure.
Look at him, just on the move. He was going to make the play and really stretches out just to make a great athletic play.
I think Utah State, we know all the capability is there. It just took a while for them to get in gear today.
And that's been the case. I mean, last year it was the case. Sure. But they do have the ability to play very patiently because as an attacking style team, they know their opportunities will come and they know they have the ability to score very quickly. I mean, they haven't scored. They only scored 10 points. You look at the numbers, and you look at the way things bear out, and you say, wow, they're in midseason form.
And they're up over 500 yards of offense. Just a hair under their average in terms of scoring offense from last year. But it was an adventure getting there. There's Tyler again, a career high in carries for him, 28th of the afternoon. But this was the crucial moment of the game. Last drive, this pass interference call on a 3rd and 12.
Tough situation. Van Leeuwen unable to make that play, but gets the flag, and then the beautiful call on the shovel pass, and then the touchdown. And that might have been all they needed, especially with UConn's inability to consistently move the ball and score. Jim, the fumble from Carter, and then the pick there from Larson. Costly turnovers, but a really valiant effort from a young team.
Now it's Tyler. Gonna put the cherry on top here. Durante Jones with the tackle, a first down for Utah State, and the clock. With the tackle, a first down for Utah State, and the clock will stop to move the chains.
And this is a situation in a game, just like any situation in any game, that's a teachable situation for this Utah State team and Blake Anderson. Run the clock, finish the game, ball security. Not always easy to slow things down for a team that knows how to play very quickly in Utah State. This still is a relatively tight game, and Moore is still coaching his game.
It's only the second game against the #1 ranked team in the AP poll in program history. The first one since 1984. Played BYU in '84, lost them. They lost to Nebraska in 1971. Do you think they give Bama a game next week?
You never know.
It's a game in some respects.
In the world of college football, you never know. They certainly have the experience at the quarterback position to not be intimidated. But physically, you look at the way UConn was able to run the ball today, and you'd have to say Alabama's going to try to do a lot more of the same with a lot different looking guys.
Different level of athleticism, for sure. That's to take nothing away from the effort that UConn put forth here today. They threw everything they had at Utah State. Begin number 24.
Tough game last year with UNLV.
Again, every game ought to be tough because of slow starts. But hey, they were fun to watch.
And I think Coach Anderson wants to see his bell cow running back, Calvin Tyler. Anderson wants to see his bell cow running back, Calvin Tyler Jr. finish this game strong, without turnovers, show his conditioning, show what level he's changed since last year.
We thought there might have been some sort of pitch count on Tyler today. But clearly he has been able to manage that workload. Career high in rushing attempts today, now over 30.
Briggs was impactful. Makakona, we saw with the fumble, they got him going a little bit, but it's been Tyler and Briggs.
181 passing yards, 255 rushing yards for Utah State. It's kind of what they want here to get just a little bit more tilted towards that running game. And here's UConn again as an independent. It will face number 8 Michigan.
Yeah. Jim Mora telling his team to fight. Still pushing them out there. Central Connecticut State.
The Blue Devils.
I see that. That looks like a Blue Devil there. Fresno State.
Yeah, they're about to go 0-6 all time against Mountain West opposition UConn.
Jake Hayner.
Back to Fresno for another year. Really a fun team to watch in the Mountain West this year. As Tyler gets another carry. And now you're at that point where UConn has nothing left in the tank. Another first down for Tyler.
Out of timeouts. Jim Mora still coaching that D, still pushing his guys, trying to set a foundation for the way the program is going in the future. And I think if you're a UConn person and you've seen all the tumult of the last few years, you got to feel pretty good about the way Coach Mora's team came out and fought, especially after losing Roberson so early.
Yeah. Back in the first quarter, you lose your starting quarterback and still manage to put up a really, really valiant fight. And they were pushing the Aggies around for large stretches of this game. And they are a minute 20 away from defeat. And Utah State winding this thing down. Not pretty. They will not get those style points today, but they will get the W.
Well, you would expect Blake Anderson's team, as a guy who's a really organized head coach, knows what he wants to do offensively. The team understands their personality. You see him there talking to Ephraim Banda, his defensive coordinator. They get down in a game and they don't panic. And they're able to work their system and find success. And that's what we saw here today. It's a heck of a flat top, too. He looks a lot like Joel Klatt. Look at that. That's a Klatt look.
We'll see Joel and Alabama in a couple weeks on Fox when the Tide face the Texas Longhorns. But for now, Utah State, they want Bama. That's up next. Jim Mora coached the heck out of his Huskies today. And Logan Bonner, in his 26th consecutive start for Utah State, picks up the victory. Winds up throwing for 281 yards and 3 touchdowns today.
You know, I think Utah State is still a real force in the Mountain West, no doubt about that. But I felt good about the way UConn fought today, given what they've been through over the years.
Perhaps a turning point for the Huskies program. Still has a long way to go as an independent. But Utah State is off to a 1-0 start after getting through week 0 relatively unscathed. 31-20 the final from Logan, Utah. For Petros Papadakis, our producer Brad Weimer, director Brian Biederman, and our entire crew, this is Alex Faust bidding you a good afternoon and thanks for watching week 0 college football on FS1.